Not so long ago, you held enough power to write my name into the White Book. And when your father named me to his King's Guard, it was the highest honor any Cole had ever known. All that I have, I owe to you.
Criston Cole, as the common-born son of the steward of House Dondarrion of Blackhaven, he might have expected a common life, a common wife, a common family, all worthy of a common man, and God's willing, one day, maybe even own some land. Yet he would have none of that. In fact, maesters would record little considered common about his life, and to this day, due to his actions during the Targaryen civil war known as the Dance of the Dragons, he is still the most well-known member of his house. However, before the dance, during the reign of Viserys I, one of those uncommon events in Criston Cole's life may have been the very thing that set in motion a series of events that would lead to the end of the era of dragons in Westeros and the Targaryen dynasty. Sir Criston Cole was knighted by Lord Dondarrion after a year as a foot soldier in a successful campaign against the Dornish incursions on the Stormlands. Then, at a tourney in King's Landing, he drew the attention of the royal court by unhorsing the famed Prince Daemon Targaryen, who the old King Jaehaerys, based on his prowess, had deemed worthy of carrying the ancestral Valyrian steel sword, Dark Sister, which Sir Criston knocked from the prince's hands using his Morningstar. This victory brought him face to face with Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen, whose favor he asked, and who, after being named heir to the throne, handpicked him from a pool of Green Knights to serve in the Kingsguard of his father, King Viserys, as her own protector, despite the reservations of the Hand of the King. His investiture as a White Sword was the highest honor a member of his house had ever known, for the Kingsguard is legendary. Founded in the 10th year after the conquest during the reign of Aegon I, at the insistence of Queen Visenya, it is a brotherhood composed of 7 knights, sworn for life to protect their king and his family with their own lives, to obey his commands, to keep his secrets, to give counsel when requested, and silence when not, and to defend his name and honor, and forbidden from owning land, taking wives, or fathering children. Now, to be certain, there is nothing in the vows explicitly about chastity, but when the future Queen of Westeros, the most desired woman in the 7 realms, who has rejected dozens of lords, high and low, puts her lips on you, a common born, and please do understand, just the act of putting your hand on a highborn can cost you that hand, or both, or even your life. She puts her lips on you and pleads, without words, to have you, which must be tantamount to the maiden made flesh trying to bed you. It's hard to imagine anyone less than the most honorable of men refusing her, yet Cole does.
Stop.
Or tries. That which is wrong is done in shadows, within whispers and shushes. He knows what he's doing, what he's forsaking, and it doesn't stop him. And so, it came to pass, near the turn of the century after the conquest, that a common-born son of a steward claimed the maidenhead of the Princess of Dragonstone, the blood of the dragon. Had anyone entered the room at that moment, and it would have been the end of Sir Criston Cole, executed on the account of treason for sullying the royal heir and breaking the vows of his brotherhood, not one of chastity, nor the one about fathering children, but the one about defending the king's honor, or his future queen's. A lesser story would have them run away together to live happily ever after, but this is not that type of story. What brought Rhaenyra to do this did not start with Daemon. Longing for control of her life, herself as a whole, is something that she has struggled with for years, and we who watch know Sir Criston was not even her first choice, just her next choice available. Will Sir Criston understand this for what it was? The whim of a princess, and carry on? Or will he believe himself in love and end up scorning her when this is inevitably not reciprocated? Or will he just scorn her up front for being the catalyst of his shame and oath-breaking? Whatever the answer, as it will be written for by maesters, before the dance is done, his oath and the royal hymen are not the only things Criston Cole will break. Valar Dohaeris.